Alright, we are looking at ideal gas laws. To what? No.
I thought that if it's like Saudi Arabia and stuff.
What is up with you in foreign countries?
I don't know.
You might have used these in science. I don't know if you have or not.
No, okay, we had to avoid so no.
Wait, science?
No, we're talking about that.
Oh, no, I meant this year. Or you might, or it might, I don't know, you might learn it in chemistry, I'm not sure.
Yes, that's before she only taught the scientific
Wish she was there.
I don't know.
That was very.
You don't have to take biology too your junior year.
You have to between chemistry or biology.
You have to do physical science. Well, no, you don't have. No, you have to do biology and then chemistry, and then the other two are your choices. Out of physics, physics 2, chem 2, or bio 2. Any of those four. I would want to challenge myself personally. If you know you're going to have to take chemistry in college, you might as well go ahead and take chemistry too. Get practice with it now so that it's easier in college. If you know you have to take physics, then I would take physics. I don't know if physics 2 is even offered here though.
Do you take physics here in college?
Mr. Coble's teaching it this year. Mm-mm. Well, I mean, there might be someone taking it online, but Mr. Coble's teaching it. All right, so this is the formula that you're going to use. PV over T equals PV over T. P stands for pressure, V stands for volume, T stands for temperature. Not too bad, huh? You just need to know that, I mean, it relates to chemistry. You just need to know that that's where it's used.
Why do they teach us this in math?
Yep. Cross-curriculum stuff. And so that when you get to it in chemistry, you can do the math related to it.
Is that weird because we usually do it in chemistry, but because we're weird. What?
She was saying, oh, people usually take Algebra 2 their junior year, and she's thinking, but y'all are taking chemistry your sophomore year, so how's that going to help you? But then, normal people really take physical science, biology, and then chemistry their junior year. So they're taking Algebra 2 and chemistry.
11th the hardest.
Yeah, junior year is usually the hardest.
They are walking back and forth in the chair.
Right. Actually, I'll come back. No, you should have extracurricular activities. You need to learn to manage your time anyway.
You have to have, like,
All the time.
Usually it's only Miranda that does that.
Okay, when we're doing like the thing I was already looking at on it, your extracurricular activities, you have to have a long one, like for a long time, and then like other ones. Anybody?
I think I got it. She's saying have one main one like that.
No, cool. Like 4 main ones.
What she's saying is, like me, I should have basketball. Then I should have art, so I won't go crazy with basketball.
What were you talking about?
No, not at all. Okay, what you need to do is you have to have like 4 like main ones that you're studying, so it shows that like
You're diverse.
I don't know what the word they use.
Diverse. More well-rounded.
No. I'm thinking well-rounded. When you stay in something for a very long time. You're committed. Committed. There it is. Oh, okay.
Why do you need 4 extracurricular activities? I can't say that word. Curricular activities.
I don't think so.
Brandon should be in there.
I'm saying,
Shoot
you
with
can
everyone.
debate about history. Or anything. I would not want to say about politics.
Vote for it.
Me either.
Vote him.
I tried when
I would be like,
I don't know. I would say that it's a good thing to have extracurricular activities just because you have those things going on, like with soccer, cheerleading, basketball, football, and you have to plan your life so that you get all your homework done. Because when you go to college, you might have to have a job, and you have to work, and you have to do your schoolwork. So you need practice with that.
No, she said you have to play so you can do your homework. I'm like,
I'm gonna have problems in college.
So-
So I'm gonna be like, class.
Yeah.
that's all I'm very really cool about it.
So if your volume is held constant, you can just drop it off. You notice how the volume's not on that one?
What does that mean? Constant?
What does constant mean?
Like say
Stays the same, doesn't change. Like if it started at 200, yeah, there's no V1 or V2 because they were the exact same. These variables were the same number, and so you can just cancel them out.
Where does it subject?
Yeah. Yeah, PVT. And then if your pressure is held constant, then you can drop your pressure off. So if they say the pressure is held constant, you don't have to put it in your formula because it doesn't affect it. It stays the same. And same thing with the temperature. If the temperature is held constant, then you don't have to put the temperature in your formula. And we'll do an example. Yes, the formula is always PV over T.
Yeah, like a
You feel like someone just like jabs you in the head.
yeah, I can feel it in my eyes. They hurt.
wait, no, wait.
I know what you're talking about, Miranda.
I think we have to break this conversation.
Okay.
Really?
My freshman year I did soccer and band, and that was too much because soccer practice, like I would leave band, we'd get done at 5, and then I'd go to soccer games, and I'd get home at like 9 or 10 or whatever to start on my homework.
That's like every day with our class.
Yeah, we had band Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from like 3:30 to 5:30.
That's like how we're soccer. Where you in?
Western Earth.
Oh, they've got a good thing. They really do. The last
We
one-
practiced a lot.
Aren't they going to London? Go watch those bands go here. Go one room.
They have a lot of people in those instruments and their outfits. I was just liking it. I'm obsessed with the bands. They're pretty cool.
Right this.
If
Yes.
I could play.
I wish I knew how to play the flute, just not sound. I can play the
I can play the
recorder. I can
recorder.
play my voice.
Everyone can play a recorder. We have to learn that. Not everyone.
Well, I'm really good at it.
All right, so pressure
I can play that recorder.
is measured in Newton per square meter, atmospheres, or millimeters. Atmospheres is usually going to be shortened to ATM. They're not going to usually write out the whole word. Volume is liters or milliliters or cubic centimeters. And the temperature is always in kelvins. Always, always, always should be in kelvins.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what is
Fahrenheit and Celsius, you know how those are related? Or you know the difference between those two?
I know there
They
is
use
a difference.
Fahrenheit and the other thing.
We use Fahrenheit and they use Celsius. And this is a formula to go from one to the other. No. I think it's that.
I remember this.
I think that's the formula. Maybe the C and the F are backwards.
Beta.
No, that's right.
I take a big old math test. what you told me it is, just to make sense. But I forgot it after this.
Oh, and
Anyway, so that tells you how Celsius and Fahrenheit are related, if that's the right formula. I think it is. And then kelvins and Celsius. To get from Celsius to Kelvin, I think you subtract like 272 or 273. 0 degree Kelvin is supposed to be like absolute zero cold, like you can't go any lower. But now they've proven that you can go lower. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, this is an example. 4 liters of an ideal gas at a temperature of 800 kelvins had a pressure of 100 newtons per meter squared. Volume increased to 10 liters, temperature reduced to 600. What would be the pressure?
Can you like Kelvin?
Yeah, you just write capital K. And newtons is a capital N, so if you want to write capital N slash m squared, that's fine.
What's the radiation pressure?
So,
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
yeah, I don't know what to do. I want to. You're supposed to insert it, but I don't have.
What is the formula we're going to use? You can put the subscripts on there if you want. You don't have to. What I'm going to do is use the left side as before and the right side as after. Does that make sense? Like the first stuff they give us and then the second stuff that they give us. And so if you leave it like this, you don't have to distinguish between your P, your B, your T's because they're on either side. If you start cross multiplying and stuff, then you'll have to label them. Okay? So, do they give us our initial pressure? It is 100. What is our initial volume? 4 liters. That's your volume. Does that make sense? Because volume is liters, milliliters, or cubic centimeters. The reason that's not a number, speaking of English, it's in the beginning of a sentence. You can't ever start a sentence with like a numerical number. You have to spell it out. Does that make sense? And then what would be the initial temperature? Does that make sense? Okay, so that's at the beginning. And then, okay, we're looking for P. Do we know the volume? It increased to, not increased by. Yeah. And then what would be the temperature? Does that make sense? So now we know what we're solving for, P. So now we can cross multiply and all of that. Okay? And then what? And? Right? Okay, so 0, 0, a 0, and a 0. 40 times 6 is what? Divided by 8. Your pressure is... And then divided by 8,000. What are the units per pressure in this problem? So put newtons per meter squared. Yes, put the units. Does that make sense?
So
Four times 100 gave you the 400, and then times 600.
Oh, okay. So, very straight. your formula is determined on what the problem is.
If they had said your volume was held constant, then your formula would be that. If they had said volume was held constant, you would take off the V's. It's like it'll tell you if it's held constant. Okay?
So should we add a number to both sides?
Yeah, because it's like multiplying both sides by 2. Or 100 or whatever.
Do we really keep possible one and
You don't have to. Okay. So let's look at another example. Oh, Sarah, did you have a question? What's your question? Do what?
Okay, so I get the cross multiply.
Okay. Yeah, cross multiplying.
Really? Okay, so I'm gonna multiply. Okay, 3 times 3 equals 400. Oh, okay. I was trying to cross multiplying.
Oh.
I made up a new thing.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. So looking at another one.
It's still blowing my mind how people just come up with stuff that works.
Oh, thought.
Okay, we can take out the temperature
Hey, do not tell everybody.
Why?
because it's constant.
Okay. Do they give you the temperature anywhere in there?
No.
Because it doesn't matter. When they say it's held constant, they're not going to give it to you. Does that make sense? What is the normal formula for this?
Temperature is
So if the temperature is held constant, do we care about the temperature in this problem? Okay. So is this our whole formula? Okay. Does that make sense? Yes, now you do. Now I don't know exactly what it means. Yeah. No, I'm not. I can help you with the math on it, but I don't know what it means. Maybe it tells what an atmosphere is.
big.
Sometimes I just tell random stuff in here.
That's Saxon.
We will not dwell on the meaning of these units, for this is a topic for chemistry and physics. So,
Learn it later.
yeah, so we will not dwell on what the units actually mean.
It could be a decimal, right?
Yeah, it could be a decimal. Any questions on how to get the formula? Okay, so what is our initial pressure? What is our initial volume? Any questions on that part? Okay, what are we solving for? And what is our volume? You agree? Okay, what would that be?
Yeah, the answer is 29.
You agree? And so what is your pressure? And yes, atmospheres. It says we will not dwell on the meanings of these units. These are chemistry and physics related. It's a topic that you'll learn maybe next year.
That's a verse that actually doesn't include what the measurements are regular.
Yeah. So I don't know what they are, but next year or the next, ask what that means. Yeah, I mean,
Let's just leave that tomorrow.
yeah, tell her that the math book said it was a science topic, and so we weren't going to cover it. Any questions on what these do?
Well, I just all got it.
Okay. What is the formula you have to know? PV over T. Any questions there?
No.
Okay.